Hello everybody, it's Kenzie and welcome back. So we've already listened to the song, but the music video just came out and I really wanted to react to that as well. So just letting you know that I have heard the song, but this is the first time I'm watching the video. I need to get quite a few videos done. Today I'm going to focus on Ren and Token and whatnot. Tomorrow I'll go back to my K-pop and all that jazz. So we're going to go ahead and get into this.
I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? 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 As much as I do wanna love you, I feel like we're speaking two different languages. Your house had a gate and mine had instigated, so that's the environment we feel safer in. You thought it was crazy how long that it took me to tell you I love you, like that was the weirdest. I only heard dad say I love you with mom in the room when he went back to singing his lyrics. So how could you blame me, cause you always choose to. You always choose to. You wanna know where I be at all the time, but that's not what I'm used to. Not what I'm used to. You knew where your dad was at work or he's home when he's taking the load off. I didn't know where until 1:24 the day I got that phone call. And I let the phone drop. I'm trying to be my best to be a gentleman. I'm trying to learn, I never had the chance. I still look to my manager, but he gon' teach me how to be a rapper before.
It's funny because literally, when I did the song, I talked about repeating your parents' behavior. And that's exactly what he's portraying. That's crazy. I'm just gonna...
I only heard dad say I love you with mom in the room when he went back to singing his lyrics. So how could you blame me, cause you always choose to. You always choose to. You wanna know where I be at all the time, but that's not what I'm used to. Not what I'm used to. You knew where your dad was at work or he's home when he's taking the load off. I didn't know where until 1:24 the day I got that phone call. And I let the phone drop. I'm trying to be my best to be a gentleman. I'm trying to learn, I never had the chance. I still look to my manager, but he gon' teach me how to be a rapper before a good man. I grew up afraid to find a letter on mama's dresser telling us goodbye. I'm used to it all, so you don't gotta hold back and cry. But I gotta tell you why I'm not right for you.
Man, it just reminded me of this freaking story. Like when he said something about his manager trying to teach him how to be a rapper for a good man. First of all, it's like Token doesn't age. He still looks 17. But anyways, it's like, so I have this nephew, okay? I was having a conversation with some, I don't remember the exact context. But I said something about a fuckboy. Or not a fuckboy, a playboy. A player boy. And he goes, he must have been like 6, 7, you know? He's like, I want to be a player boy. I said, no, sweetie, you don't want to be a player boy. He says, why? I said, because if you like your private parts, then you don't want to be a player boy. Because women are crazy, and you do not want to cross one. The wrong one anyways, for sure. It's wrong and disrespectful. Don't talk to girls that way, and girls shouldn't be talking to you that way, vice versa. I explained to them that people are a work of art. You're allowed to appreciate the art. It's like the Mona Lisa. You go to the museum, you look at the Mona Lisa, it's beautiful, you're appreciating it. That does not mean that you should touch or harass it at all. So, yeah, we gotta do better to raise these boys. Well, we gotta do better to raise the girls too. We can't be so crazy. You know, we girls, we get really crazy. Let's not table that.
You don't gotta hold back and cry, but I gotta tell you why I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
I'm not right for you, but I won't get up and leave. Cause I hate the pain that has colored my veins, that is present in solitary. What does your love look like? Does it look black and white? Is it your kryptonite? Do all your demons get louder at night and the voices get softened when we're intertwined? I've been going to therapy lately, cause the cause and effect made me hate the way that I feel when the loving gets real. Cause I just wanna run and escape the pressure that paints me. Pressure of safety, pressures of promises that turn to maybes. Pressure of bravely moving in the same direction. The pressure been driving me crazy. So my therapist said that these wounds that I kept were created when I was a kid. And just like that, all my thoughts raced back to a Welsh town, 96. My mother was crying, my father was screaming and shouting, denying the sin of deceiving and cheating and lying. The weeds are uprooted, the garden is dying, but still she forgives. This cycle repeats, every night I try to sleep, hearing the screams through concrete, mothering peace, a vision of love, a lesson that fused with the cells in my blood, a lesson that taught me that love ain't enough and that love can be porcelain when times get tough. Flash forward 5 years later, sitting in the passenger seat of my dad's car with my maker. My dad looked shaken, turned to face him, the words that he spoke cutthroat like razor. He said, Ren, sometimes love can be complicated, navigating a world that we co-created, and I've made mistakes but I will love you daily. And just like that, it's just me, my mum and my sis. The stress left mum disabled for a bit. I grew up fast then, cause I gotta be
I don't understand that. How can a parent tell their kid they love them so much and then leave? I just don't get it. Like, literally, my nieces and my nephew are battling this, and I feel like it's just so sad. Like, he was my mom's current, soon-to-be ex-husband, took in 3 kids. The oldest, literally just turned 8 years old, and he doesn't want any of them. He doesn't even want to be a weekend dad. My mom is having to force him to do it. And it's just so sad, because he'll sit there and be like, I love you, kids. Then why don't you want to spend time with them? Why don't you want to be around? I just don't get that. It's something I really respect to my oldest niece, her biological father. I respect him the most of almost all the fathers that I know. I think I hold him to the same level as my dad. And in different aspects. I hold my dad to a high standard because he never left. He was always there. He fought for us. He did every single thing that he could to keep us. And I love that about him. I respect my brother because he did not want to confuse his daughter. He was very much like, I can't be a half in, half out. I don't want to torture her like that. I don't want to make her feel sad and, later on when I can't be around. I don't want to do that to her. So he chose to be all the way out versus the half in, half out. And I feel like that's one of the most respectful things to do from the get-go. It's different when you're 10 years down the line and you suddenly just don't want to be a parent anymore. That's not cool. When it comes to the beginning, and something happens, it's better to just leave them out. Because now my niece is dealing with a lot of emotions with her biological mother, my sister. My brother is not my blood brother. I just call him my brother because I've just known him for so long. But my sister, yeah, she's a half in, half out. And my niece she cries, she gets upset. She doesn't understand why she does that, but she has no feelings towards Brad. Like, she doesn't have any kind of confusion. So it's different. It's just different. So I respect it more if you just want to just exit versus confusing them and making them feel some type of way later down the road. I feel like I was gonna cry. I just feel so passionate towards the children. I feel so bad.
me, my mum and my sis. The stress left mum disabled for a bit. I grew up fast then, cause I gotta be a new Ren. Strong for my sister, my mum at a loose end. Confused but moving through the confusion. When all new love feels fake like what does your love look like? Does it tear your inside? Does it keep you up at night? My brother. Does it make you feel like a fist in your windpipe? Suffocate the feeling of what love's meant to feel like. Navigating through but I'm still not quite right. One night stand, make the pain stop one night. One more heart to the blade of my cold knife. What does your love look like?
You realize how hard that I work and you told me you feel for me. If I lost all my motivation tomorrow, would you still love me? It's easy to love when I'm up, when I'm down and you leaving. You can't even give me an answer cause you never seen it, and that's why it's hard to believe it. If you need help but I'm too far away.
That's something that I have to reiterate, in this one. Like I said in the last one, man, if you get married and you are not going to be able to handle them at their lowest, whether it's 2 months, 6 months, 3 years, if you're not going to be able to handle them, if they don't have a job and they're falling apart mentally, if you are not going to be able to help them and help pick them back up, don't get married. Like, why would you do that to them? Like, why would you do that? Like, don't get married. When you get married, you make a promise for better or for worse. If you are not capable of handling someone at their lowest, do not think that you have the audacity to take them at their highest. You do not deserve that. Just like my mother, I mentioned this in the last one. My dad had a job for several years. She kept leaving but going back to him. But she finally left for good when he lost his job. She said he's lost his job and he was depressed and she couldn't handle it. Why would you marry them then? Like, you made that promise. What is, like, and he picked himself up within a matter of a 2-year time frame. And he had to do that all by himself. So that really shows something. Yeah, that's why before I get married, I have to show them what it's like at my lowest. Because if you're not going to be able to be here and hold my hand at my lowest, you sure as hell aren't going to get me at my highest when I make a bunch of money. You don't deserve that. So for those of you that are dealing with relationships in such aspect, man, if they're not doing their part and they're not willing to hold your hand when you're crying and whatnot, even though you're holding their hand when they're crying, leave it. It's not worth your time. It's easier said than done, though, so I understand if you can't.
Is it over for you? You can't even give me an answer cause you never seen it, and that's why it's hard to believe it. If you need help but I'm too far away, is it over for you? Maybe I'm just not the person for you, even though I still could be the soul for you. Right. Maybe we are meant to be together, but our history got in the way. Your trust issues, my fear issues, too many issues at play. You yell fast, I get quiet, you wanna see more passion. I've seen what real yelling can lead to, so no, I don't have it. I grew up afraid to see holes in a wall in a room that was locked from inside. I promise I'm used to it all. You don't gotta ever hold back and cry, but I gotta tell you why. I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
It's not supposed to be here. I'm gonna listen to Token in a fat minute, so I gotta listen to some more of his music. Like, man, there was a song, there's at least 2 songs, but man, Why Would You Want to Break Up was one of my favorites. Why would you want to break up? Yeah, that was a bop. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. You heard all the kinds of commentary on this one and the last one if you watched the last one. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.